that. But this is the part I really want you to hear. Chef and be successful at it. And what our original idea was, before we were cut short with the time, we really wanted you to think about for just a minute in your mind what types of things are hindering you from moving forward. What types of circumstances do you have going on? We all have life, L-I-F-E, that happens to us. We all have ups and downs, mountains and valleys, but those things can be stepping stones instead of reasons not to do your business. So tonight we're starting off this pre-conference workshop with trying to look at, first of all, realizing that Pampered Chef is a great opportunity. Pampered Chef, if we live in the land of opportunity, but Pampered Chef can be the opportunity of the land. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? If we in here go out and share this wonderful company and share these wonderful products, and that's why I was holding up this catalog just a moment ago. Everything you want, everything that you're ever going to need, can be right here in your business. It can be right here in your business if you want it to be, if you believe it to be. When I started the business 16 years ago, I couldn't talk to people. I didn't like people. I was a tow truck driver. I was an automobile mechanic. I was repoing your car, working on your car, dismantling your car, selling the parts. You know, so I hung out in the garage under a hood. And somebody invited me to a show, and I decided I didn't need anything, but I would go and support that secretary that worked at my dad's company. And that day I met the Pampered Chef, and I met the products, and I started collecting the products. And some of you in here tonight have been a collector, and some of us are still collecting. I love my national director, Patty. She's collecting, and she's cleaning out her house. And she gave those prizes away to us tonight. I'm so excited that she did. That's what happens when you've been here for a long time. But anyway, that was supposed to be funny. But the point is that some of you are collectors of Pampered Chef, and I was one of those for 7 years. I attended 20+ cooking shows. No one ever asked me to book a show. Nobody ever talked about the business opportunity until I met Debbie Reeves at a cooking show. And I said, honey, because I didn't talk, my wife talked. I said, honey, can you ask her if she'll come do a show? This is the most fun I've ever had at a show. I've been in quite a few of these things. And so the rest is history. She came and she did 3 shows in about 6 months. And I would hang out in the back and stir the eggs and do all whatever she wanted me to do for her. Calling myself helping. And I said, can I come in and be a personal use consultant? She said, there's no such thing. My wife's the sales director of Mary Kay, so that's where the personal use idea came from. There is not a personal use consultant Pampered Chef, I guess you didn't know. But I said, I'll just got that kid. I was a kidnapper. So, and please, if you are no kidnappers, don't be scared or go ahead and let them nap the kid, because that gives you the opportunity to help them further their business along. So, Anyway, make a long story short, I came in and I sold nothing in my superstar months back in that day. I sold nothing in the first 3 shows that I ever did. My mom was my very first host, and she laughed at me because I said, Mom, we're going to do this Pampered Chef show. And she said, who's going to do it? And I said, well, I'm going to do it. And she said, she bought nothing, neither did her friends. My sister-in-law's show was the next one. They bought nothing. I was about to pass out wet myself, saying, this is the food chomper, y'all. This is the food chomper. Item number 2585. Food chomper. Don't put your hand out there. I couldn't sell air in a jug. So I told Debbie I wasn't going to do Pampered Chef anymore. And she said, well, you know, it's your business. You can do with it as you please. So I said, good, I quit. And then I did my very first cooking show, my very next cooking show on Halloween night, 2002, 6 months after I signed up in the business, and sold $144.50. And decided I needed to go ahead and buy the small and large microwave cookers that I could turn the show in. And some of y'all are laughing that we've done that. I'll give them away at the next show, but you don't have a book yet. But anyway, come on, we only got 20 minutes, but you know, after that experience, I really did decide I was quitting the business. And then the next month was November, and I worked at the salvage yard at that time, and there was a knock on the door, and I'm on the parts counter with my father, and this customer walks in and says, I heard that someone works here that sells Pampered Chef. And I looked over at my dad. This is true, you can't make this stuff up. I said, we sell transmissions, motors, fenders. They want to buy stuff from their kitchen at the junkyard. And I stayed in business like that for 2 to 3 years. So I hope that you have hope, and if you don't have, you've not seen the movie The Greatest Showman, it is a great movie. The soundtrack's even better, so download that at the iTunes store. Because it really is just, you know, as I listen to the lyrics to the song and realize that we really do offer the greatest show on earth with Pampered Chef. Our cooking shows, whether you're doing cooking shows virtually or however you're doing them, we have a product that people need. We have a mission in Pampered Chef, and that mission is to help people, empower those people to get their dinners on the table in 20 minutes or less in most cases. And you have somebody laugh, but you do have the power to do that. She's not selling wrong products. She must be selling a brownie pan. No, the brownie pan's good too, but anyway. So my whole thing tonight is I just want to encourage you. You know, I've gone through a lot in my Pampered Chef business, and it's really humbling to look back and see the history of where I came from, and finally meeting Patty in 2004 and asking her, where's the money, because I can't find the money. You know, and guys, and I forgot, I had a senior moment, which is really not a senior moment, it's a seizure moment. Because my mind will stop for a minute, and I'll have a pause, and I'll just pause, and I'll go on. But I had that moment a while ago at the first workshop where we talked today. And men, we were talking about men. And we were talking about, it was a men, you know, trying to get you guys to not leave the guys out when it comes to the Pampered Chef opportunity and what you can do. And men, I've always wanted to know 2 things, how much and when, about the same subjects, money and sex. How much and when. Look, the guys are laughing and know it's true. And it's been a long time since I said that. I think I said that in 2008 at that executive bank. That was discontinued. But anyway. I miss those Nancy jokes. But I said, had to say this, guys need to know where the money is. And so I was like, Patty, where's the money? I can't find the money. And she, at that time, she was a senior executive director, and she pulled out a check for $15,000 in 1 month. And that's all it took for me to finally make the decision. And I've heard that today. Several people have come up to me, and I've heard that Patty was talking about a while ago. It is a decision that you decide to make to work your business, no matter what happens. You know, in 2015, I was in a bad wreck and had my hip broke and my foot messed up, and now my foot needs surgery. Last summer, I wasn't able to be here because I was having seizures. And so, of course, they just diagnose you with epilepsy when they can't find what's going on. So we're dealing with that. And but God is good all the time. But sometimes it's amazing to me how we can get so discouraged about there's no business out here. And, you know, why can't I sell? And why am I not doing this? And why isn't anybody joining my team? So I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you, what are you focused on? What are you focusing on? Because when we get in the midst of the storm and we focus on our circumstances, sometimes that overtakes us, and that keeps our focus off of what's important. And the important thing is that we're not focusing on ourselves, but we're focusing on the other people. So, you know, when Doris Christopher created this company, and thank God that she did, you know, she wanted to bring people around the table so that people could be enriched by that, spend time together as a family. And how much more today are people in America so busy they don't even have time? Everybody's so stressed out. Even the kids have a schedule, and it's, hurry up, got to get in the bathtub. Hurry up, we got to do homework. Hurry up, get in the car. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. We're all in a hurry, so nobody has time to cook. But all of you guys have the power to share our products and share the benefits of having these wonderful products to be able to get that dinner done quick, so that they can have more time with their family and spend less time in the kitchen. And thank God our new cookware is dishwasher safe. Hallelujah, Jesus. Because now there's no excuse, you know. And it cleans up. Now I've had all the cookware since the Generations 2, and then the Professional, and then the Executive, and then the Stainless, and now we've got off the chain, shut the gate, paint the barn green. Y'all thought I was going to say Reeves. And that cookware just cleans off like nothing. I mean, you can run water. I don't care how much char you have in the pan. You are just going to wipe it off with just running water. If that's not off the chain. What's char? That's when you put marinade and you burn the food and you're cooking on too high. Okay, some of y'all are like, what's he saying, Marie? Translations will be available on Michael's Corner on the website. Okay, so try to look at my notes. Marna Ross has just got me all mixed up. I love Marna. Y'all give it up for Marna. So much more. And Free Al and all you guys. So I do have a couple of questions, and then I'm going to give the tips, because Marie's like, where's the tips? I told him to give the tips. But I said, right? I got the tips, Marie. I got the tips. Okay. I've always said that to her. I don't know why I call her Marie. Okay, so what's your why for joining? That's something that all of us need to revisit. This is a great time to do that while we're at National Conference. What was our why for joining? Why are we still here? Why am I still here 16 years later? Why in the world do I want to get up and do this again? Why do another show? You know, what is the purpose? Why are you here tonight? Why did you come to conference? Why did you come here for these next 4 days? What's the most important thing that you need to change in your business? And I would like just to make mention that sometimes the thing that needs to change the most in our business is we really need to start working our business. And I know that's where I was. And it's amazing when you get some shows on your calendar, no matter what type of show it is, how things get better in your life. And you know, not to be saying that we're all out to get the money, but the money is nice and it does help to pay the bills. And I heard a wise person say this, and I'm going to repeat it, that 97% of all of our problems can be solved with money. there's usually some type of financial attachment to it, whether that's an illness and you need to pay for a treatment, whether that's you need to pay the mortgage, you're behind on this, you've lost a job, whatever. A lot of the stuff that we go through in life, we need money for to pay the bills. So if you need some money, get some bookings. Okay? If you need some money, go to work. Okay? I forgot to bring my pacifiers. I was going to bring pacifiers, I really was. And not to be ugly or to be mean, or because that's not my way. But one thing that really aggravates the cookie out of me is the whining. I want you to stop whining and I want you to start shining. I want you to be the superstar that you are. I want you to look at the inner self and go, self, I don't care that I'm having a seizure today. I don't care that my hip, Patty knows what I'm talking about now. I ain't getting my hip to do right. Okay, today, I don't care what's going to happen next. Because I am going to be successful and I'm going to do what I've been called to do and what I feel that passion in my heart to do. Now, if you don't have a passion for Pampered Chef, do you know you really can't do Pampered Chef successfully? You can be in Pampered Chef, but Pampered Chef needs to be in you. So until the mission gets in here, you really kind of like run around like a hamster. Oh, I gotta go green. Oh my God, oh my God. So I did want to read this, and then I'm going to get to my tips. Because this has really helped me. I've given you all some great tips. Ray's like, your time's up. Home office away. Y'all did not clap any louder than that. Okay, I love the home office. Great people. Okay. This is a scripture that I want to read because this is what gets me through when times are bad, when I don't feel like I can go another mile, when I can't hardly talk at a show and my mind stops. I just keep remembering Isaiah 31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount upon their wings as eagles. And they shall run and not be weary. And they shall walk and not faint. Are you trusting in God to help you with your business and your circumstances? And are you praying for the people that the Lord will have you to touch and reach and share this wonderful mission with? Okay, that's in the church.
Amen.
Gentlemen, you can come forward and take up the offering. And we want you to stand and we'll ask you all to dig deep tonight, so we can bring back the executive band. So a couple of tips I want to give you. First of all, Marie wants me to give this tip about the rock crock. It is a phenomenal piece. And so here's the words that I'm giving to people about the rock crock. You know, I'm all about power tools. And so what I really would encourage everybody to do is to make sure you're taking power tools to the show and that you are demonstrating those tools, because people can buy down. Take the best of the best that you have. And if you don't have things, why don't you have at least, everybody in this room should have at least 12 shows a year, one show per month that you're the host. Well, that's a novel idea. So don't ever call your director and say you have no bookings. If you have one, that's you. Okay? So the rock crock is the only piece of cookware that can be used on every cooking surface: the microwave, the grill, the oven. Cooks on the counter now, since we've got the slow cooker stand. Goes in the dishwasher to clean. And how many of you work in an office building, a doctor's office, a dentist's office? How many of you work somewhere where there's a microwave? Guess what your new lunchbox is? A rock crock for a hot meal at work. And this is serious now. This is not just Michael's trying to make it funny. I'm telling my people, my hosts, and my customers, get a rock crock, use it at work, and you're going to not only have a great, healthier lunch, because you probably don't have time anyway to leave the building, get in the car, go somewhere, and come back. And you'll have a hot, healthy lunch, and people will go, what is that rock thing? What is that? And you just sold rock crocks. You just sold rock crocks. You just had a show. They can get some free product. You guys are going to get sales. Great, great way to put that. So don't just look at it as what's for dinner, but what's for lunch. And let's think out of the box. Double burner grill pan. 2924. Love it. The numbers going to change. I don't know where we're getting these numbers. 1 0 0 0 1. I am not going to be able to remember that. Okay, Nancy Joe, fix that, please. Okay. Double burner grill pan cooks everything from pizzas, casseroles, burgers, chopped steaks, veggies, eggs, pancakes. Pancakes will have grill marks on them. The syrup will say on the pancakes instead of on the side of the plate. Nothing sticks to the grill pan. Some of y'all don't know that because you don't use it. And, woo, start off some toes. I don't have one now. I don't have one of those. Well, get one. They're also a great roasting pan, Nancy Joe. You know, we had a great executive roasting pan with a rack. Well, it's gone to Jesus. But we do have a grill pan that's tall enough to fit a 14-pound ham in and roast it in the oven. True roasting does not require a lid. For those that don't know and need a little foodie tip, you never saw a pilgrim with a turkey or with some aluminum foil all around the day. It was on a stick. Roasting, 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 roasting. Alright. Cutlery. Oh my gosh. We don't take color-coded knives to a show. That's for the kids' show. We want to take some good stuff. The Forge cutlery, 1577, the 5-inch Santoku knife is thebomb.com. And all of our cutlery was improved last fall, and it's better than it's ever been. And people are just like, and this is what you say. Because you're like, how am I going to sell mine? You know, because Costco's got those knives. Yeah. I love what I do. Learn all this from Patty. Anyway, how do you sell knives? You say this. Have you guys ever started a job and the knife wouldn't cut? And then you're like, John Brown, that knife won't cut. You start digging in the drawer for the multiple choice for the other knives to see which one will work. Okay, y'all are laughing. But that's what you say. And guess what they're buying? The knife. Because that's what they're going through at home. So that, I said that tip to say this tip. Talk to people where they are. Be real with people. Share your experiences. We don't have, I know some of y'all are like, I'm not the sales time. I'm not the sales time. We don't want the sales type. We want the share type. And all of y'all share, woo, Michael played the greatest show that I love that song. Did you download that? That was my country voice. Now I'll get my formal voice. But, you know, talk to people where they are and relate your experiences with the product. What is your product knowledge? Do you know your product? Here are some accessories. We've taught sometimes in Pamper Chef not to talk about anything that costs less than $25, but that's a lie from hell. I'll tell you that now. Because when somebody's buying rock crock set 3115 for $169, they need a salad chopper 2582, then they need a wedger, they need a serrated peeler that peels everything from a butternut squash to a tomato to a pepper to an apple to a peach to a carrot to a cucumber to a zucchini. Y'all get it? Some of y'all didn't know that. What's the serrated peeler? Item number 1072, write that down because it's 10. And all of those things, and I send some stuff to Patty Marie on occasion at shows, not to say, hey y'all, look at me, but to show them that people really do buy $600 and $700 and $800 worth of product. That they will buy the whole entire knife block set as a guest and a double burner grill pan the same night. But guess what they're not going to do? They're not going to buy it if you don't take it and if you don't show it to them. Because the two things people buy at every show will be what they saw you use and what their friends told them they had to have. Yep. And that's what they're going to buy. So everybody that thinks, oh, I'm just going to pack up the car and I'm going to have this display and it's going to be so nice. And I'm all about foo-foo. I mean, I can get down with foo-foo. But nobody is going to buy anything on that table which you didn't use it. Unless somebody says, get that, because they saw that on the table and they have it in their kitchen. Okay? And I'm almost done. How much time I got left? Doris, timekeeper. Oh, it's like Weight Watchers. No points! Thank you, Doris, for my crescent rolls, by the way. My taco Reeves over here. Chicken and broccoli bread. No, Doris didn't do that. I did that to myself. Are you pamperized? And that's what I use all the time, that verbiage at the show. I'm like, and tonight, Nancy Jo gets to pamperize her kitchen with her host benefits. And she gets the blah, 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 blah. Do you know the host program? Can you say that in the month of July, it was 60% off free-for-all for your host, up to 5 half-price items of your choice, not what's on the sheet this month, 20 to 30% off unlimited free after that. Also, your free product that's, in my state, tax-free, and in most states is tax-free because Pampered Chef is taking care of the sales tax. And a 50% off item at every show book from yours tonight. And if that were not enough, 10% discount for the next 12 months. Now, we have a rockin' host program, and I'm going to tell you right now, and I know it's on video, don't nobody at the home office need to touch no host program. Okay? Because it is the best out there. We have the best company with the best product. That doesn't cost you nothing. And so you need to utilize that. You need to utilize that host program. And I'm not talking about waiting for double free, because every month is a great month. And that host program will speak for itself. Okay? Alright. And, you know, one other thing that I want you to know, tip-wise. Okay, so what's another product tip? Let's just go down here. You know it's a lifetime guarantee on the cookware, right? You know we can use metal utensils in all of our cookware. Shut the gate, paint bar red. Love that. The handles are all interchangeable, so if you lose them all, where's Miriam? If you lose them all and only have one, she can still use one handle for all the cookware. The pots, 12-inch, the grill pan, all of that. Okay? Oven safe. So love that. I think that when you bring power tools to your show, that people will always buy down, but they'll never buy up. So I really want you to consider tonight what you're taking, what you're packing, what you're showing, and what your recipe choices are. And one last thing I'm going to leave you with, and then I'm going to be done. And I want to thank y'all for the opportunity to be here tonight. And thank Marie, Patty, and Nancy Jo. It's always an honor and privilege, and I don't take that lightly, to be able to speak to you, because I'm here today because others poured into me. So I hope that if you just get one tip and run with it, and it works for you, then it's been worth my time and investment to come and share. But I want to talk about meal preparation for just a moment. America doesn't have time to cook. And I'm not against a theme show at all. So that don't go out here and say, you cannot do a theme show. But are you preparing meals at your show? And are you teaching them how to do that? Because that's what the need is in America today, no matter where you live, what state, what city, people don't have time to cook. And they're running out of time to cook. Okay? So make sure that when you consider a recipe option, that you are considering a meal a meal, some type of meal for them to be able to put together for their family. Also, with that said, don't be discouraged about doing the same recipes for all month or 2 months or for the next 20 shows. Even if you have people coming from the other show to this show, everybody likes a rerun, or they wouldn't be watching Nick at Night. And they did not get all the tips they needed or see all the product or buy all the product at their first show. So please let that be an encouragement to you. Don't be discouraged about doing the same recipes for those that are cooking online or cooking at the house. And the last thing I'm going to say is nothing will ever replace the live show. Just like tonight, you are in this room and you feel the love in this room and the camaraderie in this room and the knowledge of this room. Now, I'm not against virtual at all. I've done virtual, I do Facebook Live, I do cooking shows. But I don't ever want us to lose sight of the cooking show. This company was built on the cooking show, and it will continue to flourish with the cooking show. And the cooking show show is not dead by any means. There's lots of people who want to have shows. Monday night I did a show. The host was 19 years old. There were no guests over 21. There were 11 guests, over $800 in sales, and the mamas did not buy the car. The teens did. Okay? So I'm just telling you, the market's out here, and just be encouraged by that, and take advantage of all the tools that Pepper Chef has to offer. And thank you again. God bless you. Have a great night.